The founder of Lululemon went on LinkedIn this January and called his own company's new leggings a new low, a total operational failure. His words about his own brand. Look in your gym bag. Those leggings folded in there cost you $60, $70, maybe $100. You bought the brand because the brand promised you three things: squat-proof, durable, worth it. Then you bent over in the squat rack. Days after launch, that same brand quietly pulled the entire collection off its website because customers said you could see straight through them. 10 of the biggest gymwear brands got checked. 6 of them fail. 4 of them actually perform. Let's go. There's one test every legging on earth either passes or fails, and you already know it. Bend over. Some pairs stay opaque and last you years. Some thin out and start pilling by the second wash, but most of them charge you a premium price for fabric that quits the second you actually train in it, which is the whole game. We start at number 10. Number 10, Alpha Lead, and the Amplify legging at $68. This is an influencer-built brand with a serious reputation for that buttery, seamless feel, and the fit gets praised constantly. People love how these look on. The problem shows up later. Customers report the Amplify pilling across the thigh and the glute, fabric thinning, and in more than a few cases the leggings actually tearing open. One buyer logged 5 separate pairs ripping inside a year, and when they go back to the company, they keep hitting the same wall. The damage shows up past the 90-day warranty, so the answer is no. Reviewers also flagged that quality control swings inside a single style, so 2 pairs of the same legging in the same size don't always feel like the same product. Here's the takeaway. Soft is not the same as durable, and a 90-day warranty on a $68 legging is the tell. The company is quietly telling you how long it expects the product to survive. A short warranty is just the polite version of the problem. The brand at number 9 stopped pretending the product was even the point. Number 9, Fabletics, and the thing they're actually selling you isn't a legging. It's a $59.95 monthly VIP membership. The hook is gorgeous. 2 pairs for $24, a celebrity co-founder, member pricing that feels like a steal. You see that intro offer and you sign up. Then a class action lands. Bateman versus Fabletics, filed in California federal court in March 2025, alleges the company funnels customers into an auto-renewing membership where doing nothing each month counts as agreeing to another charge, and that the monthly credit you're paying for is nearly impossible to redeem for the roughly $100 value advertised. That case is still pending, so it's an allegation for now. But the pattern has history. Sister brand JustFab paid $1.8 million to settle a similar subscription suit. And back in 2020, the FTC went after parent company Textile over the same negative option billing across its brands. The takeaway flips the whole video. The failure here isn't the fabric, it's the checkout. If you ever do buy the item outright and skip the membership every single month. Fabletics at least ships you a real product. The brand at number 8 has a different problem, and it starts the first time you wash it. Number 8, Alo Yoga and the high-waist airbrush legging at $88 to $98. Alo built an empire on the studio-to-street look. Every influencer owns a set, the aesthetic is clean, and the price tag tells you it's premium. The fabric is supposed to back that up. Lately, it doesn't. The Street reported in 2025 that loyal customers across Reddit, TikTok, and review sites are calling out a real quality slide, with one community summing the brand up as fast fashion with luxury pricing. Over on Trustpilot, more than 1,100 reviews tell the same story. Pilling after the first wash, seams coming undone, holes opening up in fabric that cost nearly $100. Same famous name on the waistband, worst product underneath it. The takeaway is blunt. At $98, you're paying for the logo, not the longevity. Alo at least aims to be squat-proof and misses on durability. The brand at number 7 tells you in light colors that it isn't even going to clear that bar, and still charges you for the privilege. Number 7, Buffbunny, and the Rebel legging at $64. Buffbunny has a genuinely devoted community, the prints are bold, and squat-proof sits right in the marketing. So a tester at Reviewed put the Rebel through a real wear test, and the verdict on the light hue was plain, not squat-proof. You could see the darker color underneath the pale pink fabric, and panty lines showed straight through even with seamless underwear underneath. Other buyers report pilling and ripping as the pairs age. Now, the darker colorways genuinely hold up better, and plenty of people swear by their black pairs. That's exactly the issue. The squat-proof promise only survives in dark shades. The takeaway writes itself. If a legging is only squat-proof in black, it isn't squat-proof, it's just dark. Buffbunny at least puts the squat-proof claim in writing. The brand at number 6 refuses to make that claim at all, and it's their flagship. Number 6, Owner Active, and the effortless seamless legging at $50 to $70. This is a founder-led brand from a personal trainer. The marketing leans hard on stays put and accentuates your shape, and the company grew 30,000% on that promise. So you'd expect the hero legging to be bulletproof. It isn't, and you don't have to take a reviewer's word for it. The brand itself states the effortless seamless is not 100% squat-proof because of the knit construction and recommends you wear nude underwear underneath. On top of that, buyers report the fabric tearing after barely any use. The takeaway is the cleanest one in the video. When the company that makes the legging won't call its own flagship squat-proof, believe them. They know the product better than the ad does. 6 brands now, and 6 completely different ways to separate you from your money. Before we climb into the 4 that actually earn it, there's one more fail, and it's the one nobody saw coming. Number 5. Lululemon, the worst fail on this list, and it earns that spot precisely because it's the brand everyone trusts. Lululemon is the gold standard. The Align is the legging every cheaper brand gets measured against, which is what makes January 2026 so brutal. The company launched a new collection called Get Low, and within days it pulled the whole thing off its North American website because customers said the leggings went see-through the moment they squatted or bent over. The fix wasn't a recall or a redesign. Lululemon brought the line back with guidance telling you to size up and pair it with skin-tone seamless underwear. The founder, watching from the outside, called it a new low and a total operational failure on LinkedIn. There's also a separate greenwashing case circling the brand over its B-Planet marketing. But that's a marketing ethics fight, not a product defect, and it's still unresolved, so set it aside. The product story is the one that matters. The takeaway is the spine of this entire video. Even the category's gold standard shipped a see-through legging at full price. A brand name guarantees you nothing. The bend test guarantees you everything. If Lululemon can fail the squat test in public, you cannot trust a logo to do your testing for you. So here's exactly how to do it yourself. 4 checks, all free. Run these 4 before you spend $1, and most of the market disqualifies itself in front of you. First, the bend-over opacity test. Stand in front of a mirror, get bright light on you, and drop into a full squat. This is where Lululemon, Buffbunny, and Owner came apart, and light colors are always where it breaks. Good pairs stay matte and opaque in any shade. Bad ones lighten across the stretch and let the seam show skin. 10 seconds costs nothing. Second, the stretch and snap test. Pull the waistband and the thigh fabric to their limit and watch the weave. This is what catches Alphalet and Alo before they catch you. A good legging shows a dense weave and snaps right back. A bad one lets light through the second you stretch it, and that gap is a future hole. Third, the warranty and returns read. Before you buy, read the warranty window and the cancellation path. A 90-day warranty, like Alphalet's, or a skip or be-charged membership, like Fabletics, is a confession in the fine print. Good signs are a 30-day no-questions return and no membership at all. Fourth, the price per wear math. Divide the price by how many wears you'll realistically get before it pills. A $98 legging that pills in a month loses badly to a $30 pair that lasts a year. Good fabric survives 50+ washes. Bad fabric pills after 1. If this is already saving you money, subscribe, because this channel runs a brand new category investigation like this every week. Now 4 brands cleared all 4 tests. Counting up. Number 4. Gymshark and the Vital Seamless 2.0 legging at around $50, often half that on sale. This one earns its place, and it earns it honestly. For most people, the Vital is durable, holds up squat-proof in the darker shades, and lands at a fair price the rest of this list can't touch. What pushes it over the line is the honesty. Gymshark states right on its own product pages that the light marl colors may appear slightly sheer when stretched. They tell you before you buy. Here's the asterisk. That sheerness is real, so the light marls are a genuine gamble, and returns and customer service draw steady complaints on aggregate review sites. Buy the dark colorways, and the Vital is worth every one of those $50. Stacked against CRZ Yoga at $28 to $32, Gymshark is asking you to pay more, and it just barely justifies the gap on construction. Gymshark earns it with an asterisk. The brand at number 3 earns it too, then makes you flinch at the receipt. Number 3. Vori and the All the Feels and Daily Pocket leggings in the $88 to $98 range. Start with what's real. The core styles perform. A wear and wash test from that fit friend at the end of 2025 found solid stitching, no pilling, no shrinkage, and no seam fraying after repeated washes. Where it counts, Vori is squat-proof and it lasts. Now the caveat, and it goes after the win, not before it. $98 is a lot. Certain lines do pill, and a chunk of reviewers flatly call it overpriced for what you get. You're paying for that buttery feel, not for some performance the cheaper brands can't match. Put it next to Girlfriend Collective at $78 for comparable durability, and the math gets uncomfortable. Vori wins on softness and loses on price. It performs and it overcharges. The last two brands perform and respect your wallet, and the gap between their price tags is the whole point. Number 2. Girlfriend Collective and the compressive high-rise legging at $78. This is what a fair 78 looks like. The compressive is squat-proof in every color, including the light shades that humble everyone else, with reinforced stitching in the high-stress seams and OECO-Tech certification on the fabric. The Good Trade and independent reviewers put its longevity on par with brands that cost far more, and the size range runs XXS to 6XL, wider than almost anyone in this category. It even tells you exactly what it's made of, roughly 25 recycled bottles per pair. The honest limitation is small. Recycled poly can pick up minor pilling over a long life, and there are scattered complaints about a chemical smell on arrival and slow returns. That's a service gripe, not a performance one. The fabric does the job. At $78, passing all 4 tests with a transparent label, Girlfriend is the fair price benchmark this whole list should be measured against. But the brand that actually won didn't cost $78. It cost $30. Number 1. CRZ Yoga and the Butterlux legging at $28 to $32. Lead with the win, because it's a big one. Independent testing calls the Butterlux stretchy and squat-proof, and one roundup that put 12 different dupes head-to-head named it the closest fabric feel match to Lululemon's Nulu, buttery, opaque, no see-through. That's a third of the price of the premium brands that failed earlier in this video. The honest limitation is exactly what you'd expect at this price. It's fast fashion, so the budget lines won't outsurvive Girlfriend or Lululemon across years of hard use. And opacity does vary by color, so test the pale shades and know that sweat shows on them. Set it against the $98 Align, and the verdict from reviewers is blunt. 80% of the feel at 30% of the price. That math is the entire reason it sits at number 1. It was the cheaper comparison that quietly beat almost every fail on value while still clearing the performance bar. The honest winner of a video like this was never going to be the most expensive legging. It's the one that does the job for $30. So here's the pattern. 6 brands failed, and not one of them failed because a gym legging is hard to make. They failed on opacity, on durability that ran out the day the warranty did, on a subscription trap, on a premium price slapped over declining fabric. The logo never once predicted the quality. The bend test did. Keep 4 checks in your pocket and you'll never get burned again. Bend over opacity, stretch and snap, warranty and returns red, price per wear. All 4 are free and all 4 run before you spend $1. 4 out of 10 actually perform. Gymshark and Vori with an asterisk, Girlfriend and CRZ outright. Everything else is logo tax. The founder of Lululemon called their see-through legging a new low, and he was right. But the real low is that we kept paying premium prices and trusting the brand to do the testing for us. Now you do it. In the mirror, in good light, before you buy. Subscribe, and the next investigation finds you before your money does.